Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to interview Sylvia Vukosavljevic, a college admissions consultant at Veritas Prep. Today, we're talking about tips for writing supplemental essays. Sylvia, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So, to start off, there are so many terms to keep track of in college admissions. Can you kind of explain what a supplemental essay is?
Most students are going to submit many different kinds of essays in the college admissions process, and different schools want to see different things. So there's not really a national standard in the US for college applications like there is in other countries. So every school gets to actually ask you different kinds of questions. College applications are usually submitted through one of two platforms. It's the Common App or the Coalition App. State schools like UC schools or University of Illinois, Texas, they all have their own state versions of the application. And that's true for independent schools that have independent applications like MIT and Georgetown. So they all ask different questions on those applications. And while most students are going to submit a Common App, and that Common App or Coalition App have one standard essay and that most people call the personal statement or the Common App essay, there are many extra supplements or extra essays besides that. So every school has unique sets of essays that they assign to students, and that's what people call supplemental essays. So some schools almost never have extra questions, and that's really nice because you can actually just submit those applications with one essay and you're done. Drexel is a school like that. Cal Poly's, they don't even ask you for essays, but most schools, especially the selective ones, they really want to see many extra answers. So if you're applying to like Harvard or Princeton or Stanford, you're going to have to write many, 2, 3, 4, or 5 even extra essays. And those range in length from 100 words all the way to 500 and 650 words, just like the Common App essay. So that's what a supplemental essay is.
Great. So how important are supplemental essays in the college admissions process? Can a supplemental essay make or break an applicant's chances of being admitted to their choice schools?
For some schools, it really does matter a lot what you have to say in the supplemental essay. Other schools are looking for more raw data, but for the schools that care about your supplemental essay, they can be really make or break. They're basically your opportunity to show the school that you did a lot of research and that you really care about coming. And schools care about your research and about the fact that you want to come. So if you can make your essay align with the school's sort of priorities and what the school's looking for in a student, that can be really helpful to you to connect to the school. It's a kind of aggressive way of approaching the application if you can really tailor your supplemental essays to them, to schools.
So I know they come in many forms, but are there any common prompts that you could kind of run us through that students should be aware of?
Yeah, absolutely. There are 2 or 3 prompts that every school asks. So one, why are you interested in your chosen field or your major? That's huge. The second one is why our school? A lot of students will answer that in a boilerplate kind of templated way and send the same response to all schools. Universities can sniff those out a mile away. And so if you actually really do your research on those, you're going to be in a much better place to actually stand out, and schools will like you because admissions officers are also looking to see that you're going to come. If they give you an offer, they care about something called yield. And if they think you're going to yield, that's a huge benefit to you to really show the love. So you want to kind of take care of these really carefully. And then the third one is tell us about an extracurricular you're passionate about. And that's something that you really want to go ahead and really show some kind of expertise that aligns with what the school is looking for. And again, research will get you everywhere in that process. So the more research you can do in these essays, the better off you're going to be, and the school's going to feel that you are a fit and you will yield. And that's what they really care about.
Great. So you just kind of touched on this a little bit, but what makes a good supplemental essay? What boxes should students kind of check off when writing their supplemental essays?
That's a really good question. The supplemental essay is actually completely different than the Common App essay. So everyone has this, like, you're writing the Common App essay, it's in the personal narrative style, and you're like, yeah, everyone wants to know the real me. It's so touchy-feely. The supplemental essay is totally the opposite of that. So they still want to know the real you, but it should be much more technical, and it should actually be an opportunity to highlight an expertise that a student has in a specific subject. So for students building model bridges at home because they want to be civil engineers or doing high-level science research in a lab, it's going to be important to drill down on some of those experiences in the supplementals, and then taking it a next step to kind of connect it to what at the school is going to be valuable and how they can carry those experiences into the school and the resources that schools offer.
So do you have any other additional information, maybe tips or tricks that we didn't go over yet that you think students should know?
I think the biggest tip or trick is to research the school. So many times students want to say, oh, I really love that campus, or it's beautiful at Dartmouth. I want to go and run on the green, or things like that. But really knowing about the school's academic offerings, that's very important to the university. And so students want to do a lot of research on all of the academics, the departments that they're going to be in. They want to think about what kind of student does this school look for. So if you're applying to Harvard, they like a humanities student. If you're applying to Princeton, STEM is kind of more of a focus. They have more STEM students. So you want to really think about, how does the school think? What do they value? And what resources can you really take advantage of during the 4 years? College is one of the most resource-rich times in the life of any person. And it's very interesting because a lot of students are just thinking about the fun they're gonna have or the campus, but schools wanna know that you're gonna use those resources. So research. The other thing I would say is, if you have something that's a little different to share, and it's idiosyncratic, share it. If your family is like the My Big Fat Greek Wedding family, and you learned how to, do something interesting because of that, share that. If you guys like to rock climb on the weekends and you've climbed 46 peaks of the Appalachians, you want to put that out there and kind of differentiate yourself so that they also can remember you. Memorability has a value too.
Great. Well, thanks again, Sylvia, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Jackson.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And for more interviews like this, please subscribe. Have a great day, everyone.